Welcome back. Now you've seen how I've been taking L's left, right, center, how I was set up for failure. I'm sorry God, but you played me there. You played me there for a hard sec. Watch the previous video, you know where we are at now, the aftermath of me being caught. If you haven't, sis, what you doing here? What you here? Go back and watch that fast. Shame on you, sis. So he left the room. He left with Nana, my bestie, taking her to her side, and he was like, will you tomorrow disciplinary hearing? I was like, okay, good, okay, fine. I wasn't even speaking, like my head was blank. I've never processed being expelled. I had seen so many previous students being expelled that year, but the thing is, I knew myself. I was like, who's getting cut? Who's getting cut? I need Corrada. I'm alert. I'm alert. You can't catch me sleeping. So the fact that it happened, I have to take this call. Oh, I was wrong again. Oh damn, I'm so sorry, Simon. I don't know why you keep handing out these L's to me. Okay, thank you. I had never in my wild imagination processed me smoking an illegal drug, doing it in school premises every single day for 3 times for a whole year. Then I would be caught. Bobo the clown. So what did I do? Naturally, I don't know, my body was just screaming like, wow, I'm tired. I was high, by the way. We were high as shit. I went on my knees and just laid my head on my elbow on my bed, like on the bank of the bed. I don't know, I just wanted darkness. I wanted complete darkness. Like I didn't want to speak, I didn't want to think, I just wanted to be alone. Hello darkness, my old friend. Anyway, he came back, caught me in that position, and I wasn't even moving an inch. Like I was blank. The only thing that kept repeating in my head was, yep, it's a wrap. Yep, it's a wrap. Yep, it's a wrap. Yep, it's a wrap. I'm done. It's done. It's a wrap. He came back after like 10-20 minutes. He saw me, then he was like, Brian. And he was like, oh, Kitabi. I wasn't responding. I didn't wanna hear his ugly ass voice because I knew he had set us up. There was no way we were not gonna get expelled. So I didn't wanna hear, like, you know when you think of the possibility that wow, this guy has my whole future, my whole life in his hands right now. Like, if he could decide, he would just say, yo, this is the first time I've caught you guys, make it the last time. If I catch you guys again, then I'll hand you over. But let me just hush it. Let me just pretend I did. Let me just, close an eye to you guys. And we would continue with school like nothing ever happened. He had that possibility. He had that power. And I'm here making this video, so you already know how it went. And I just knew. I just had that feeling. With those eyes that he gave me, I just knew. It ain't happening. So anyway, I wasn't moved. I didn't want to hear his voice. Kwanzaa, he was the only person in my head. Like I was like, wow, it's a wrap. Because of him, it's a wrap. Maybe some other teacher would have played it off, but for him, I don't know. So anyway, he left me. He was like, okay, I'll be back. Kitabi. Okay, I'll be back. Close the door, he left. 30 minutes later, I'm still in the back of the bed. The same position. I hadn't moved a muscle. Again, my body is trying to process it. It's not even my mind. My mind didn't process it. My mind was going to process it like 2-3 weeks later. But not tonight. I just need to let the weed sink in first. Not tonight. I refuse. I was blank. So I wasn't moving. An hour later he came. Now I was on that position, in that same position for like an hour and 30 minutes. So he was looking a bit booky. So he came and he was like, Kitavi, why aren't you responding? What's going on? Are you okay? Acting all helpful. I'm like, leave me alone, Lucifer. Just let me be. Please, you've done enough. You've done enough for the night. You've done enough. Just leave. He came, he was like, okay, this is getting serious. I'll be back. He came 5 minutes later with the nurse. Before you know it, I was in the back of a car, being taken to hospital. I'm like, I didn't want to respond. Again, I wasn't talking. Like that whole night, I just said, I want to talk. My body is still processing this. 1,000 ways to die. Now my dad will be the narrator of it because it was a rap. He's gonna kill me. There's no other way for it, sis. I don't have an American dad, sis. My dad knew genge, so I just knew. I found myself in the hospital. I found myself on a hospital bed. And I didn't talk, like for the whole night I didn't talk. They tried to ask me all these questions, make me converse with them, but nope, not a peep. Because the moment he involved the nurse, I knew it had already been public. So it's above me now. Clearly, I'll just be chucked from the school. This is expulsion. He refused to keep it between us. I have nothing more to say to you. Just go. My hospital bed there. Before you know it, the next morning, I had actually spent the whole night just there on my hospital bed in the middle of the night with all these patients in all the other rooms, just there processing like I'm a sick person, but I wasn't. I was just coughing a lot. The next morning, the doctor comes in, introduces himself, informs me that he already knows of the whole situation. Then he tells me, "What, sis? Hi, Kitabi, you're on suicide watch because you weren't responsive. You're portraying behaviors of a suicidal person, so we'll keep watch for you for the next 2 weeks till school closes, till your father comes for you." Sis, you know what? I'm back to talking, I'm good, let me out. Sis, they tell me, nope, that's not all. You have asthma. We've done a whole medical scan on you, you have asthma. I'm like, ooh. So maybe the herb isn't only for healing properties then. Sis, I found out I had asthma and I was on suicide watch. Suicide watch means, you know, what he just said. For a suicidal person, I had to be put under a watchful eye 24/7 to make sure that nothing happened. But nothing was ever gonna happen. I was just losing weight rapidly for the next 2 weeks. Knowing I'm gonna be skinned alive, so I might as well start reading the meat off my bones. Oh my God. My dad was alerted. He came. Oh, and then my dad's an actor. So you see how I'm all dramatic and all. I got it from my dad. I got it from my parents. My dad came, very calm, collected. He was like, okay. Oh, okay, it's fine. It happens. It's fine. Relax. Knowing that, you know, I just knew he's only playing this down in front of my teachers and the doctor because we're on international soil. Let's get back home and it won't be the same. Just know. And the whole time we're just exchanging eyes, like he knew, I knew, but he was gonna with me because fees was expensive and all, and I had never been on a scholarship, so it was a hectic year. And now the whole year has gone to shit because I can't continue. I was chucked because I was on suicide watch. Nana Amawe Ado wasn't. So for the 2 weeks that I was in bed was the 2 weeks that she was dealing with her disciplinary hearing with the school. News comes where I was here hoping that please maybe the teacher had, like maybe he came through finally and just talked to people nice to get us off the hook. But nope, we found out that she was expelled. I'm like, oh, yup. My dad was like, yep, you're not coming back for your disciplinary hearing in January. Nope. Because the school had said, since I'm in this condition, we'll just wait till January. I'll have to fly back to hear what they had to say. But then Nana has already been expelled, so it didn't make sense. So anywho, I packed my bags for the last time. Actually, I left a lot of stuff there. I wasn't even allowed back to school. Very dramatic. A very dramatic school. I wasn't even allowed back to school. My dad had to go and pack stuff for me. And he packed in like a small suitcase because he's lazy as shit and he's mad as shit and he ain't gonna do shit. He won't do anything to serve me. I already have him worked up, wasted a whole year of fees, and now I have him packing my clothes. He just did like 5 clothes and closed the bag. He couldn't even be in the scene of the crime, my room. So he left. I was like, okay, let's go. After the 2 weeks, I was dismissed. I was deemed not suicidal. Very heavy terms, by the way. Thank God, on the airport, as we were waiting for our flight to be announced and all, I saw her, Nana Amawe Ado, with her bags there, acting a whole week, just standing there ready to fly back home. Sis, I thought you would have flown back home, like you had wings or something, because you've been pulling some very weird acts when I was with you, sis, with all the disappearing. Who knows? Maybe she also teleports. So anyway, I saw her and I was like, oh my God, this is like a movie. Definitely, this is a movie. I'm in a movie right now. So what did I do? And you know the movie The Notebook? I did exactly that. Nana from across the airport. She looked back, like, oh, Kitavi. And then I ran to her. Now my dad is here, bitter, bitter, bitter. Cannot believe the man he did not raise when he saw me running like a old gun. Oh, tearful. To say goodbye to my friend the last time because we're different nationalities. I had a feeling that we wouldn't see each other again. I know, sis, sad. It's sad. True to be, we've never seen each other again physically. So we had this whole, again, heartfelt moment between us. So like, okay, are you good? Yep. That's when she told us that she's been expelled. I'm like, yep. We know, we were told, we were informed, but sis, you just hang in there. We're like, okay, it was just a lot, sis. It was a lot. A moment of silence for our friendship. That was in 2018. 2 years, we still haven't met each other physically. We keep contact over social media and all, but it's never the same. It's just never the same as being in person. I love you, Nana. Shout out. Yeah, and we didn't go back. What happened after New Orleans? What happened after all that? At home, I was given a thorough lecture. Actually, I don't even know what happened. He was just so disgusted and disappointed in me. It's like he had given up. The worst thing you'd actually expect from a parent, to give up. He didn't kill me. And I knew, things are bad. Okay, yeah, this is bad. Like, okay, you know what? You knew how much I was struggling, paying your fees, not being under scholarship and all. You knew how expenses around being in school, like flight expenses, were very expensive on us. All the loans I took, and now he's making me feel so guilty because for the whole year, this man, he has been grinding, putting me through school from day one. And from day one, what am I doing? What was I doing, sis? Pass. I'm laughing in sorrow. That happened and he cut me off. I literally had to go. He chased me from home. He couldn't bear the sight of me at home. I know, very dramatic, sis. We are a very dramatic family. I was chased from home, so I went to stay with my bros. I was like, okay, just go stay with your bros, because they had their own small bed sitter somewhere. I went to sit with them, and I never went back home again. Like, none of us went back home again. Each of us had their own disappointment, and I had just added on it fresh on the list. My bros were like, oh, you got expelled. Welcome, sis. Yup. Yup. And yeah, this is where we're at. So, where am I at education-wise, since I didn't finish my levels? I was only halfway through. Nowhere. There's not in progress. I was supposed to join A levels. I was supposed to redo A levels somewhere in a local school, but then my dad was like, no, this is too much money, and I'm not putting myself on the line again for you. You knew the risks. You knew the risks with what you did. We had a very struggling fight. Oh, let me go back to school. Oh, you can't. This is my money. You've wasted it. You do your own thing. And this is where I'm at, doing my own thing, selling ass on YouTube, sis. Take that wine. This is where I'm at, sis. Yeah, no progress, honestly. I tried doing some CPA, manenos, but then whatever happened with my dad again, because he had to pay, because he's literally the only financial support we had, like stable. No offense to my mom, by the way. My mom raised me, but my dad had the money. Even that went haywire and I wasn't able to start. But now that I'm in a position to go back to university, I don't think I do wanna. That whole thing changed my life so much. Like, it was just a very eye-opening moment for me. Because finally, for once in my life, for the first time in my life, I was alone. I was on my own. Even my mom was supporting me as much as she could, but she knew, we all knew that, yeah, now the life is in my hands. There's not one guardian doing everything for me, financially. I'm on my own. So I'm thinking, just got me thinking, is this what I want to do? The process is, how the process from birth is just do whatever your dad wants to do whatever your parents want to do, and you end up there in some job somewhere with a fatter salary, and you'll be happy. But for me, that had changed from that just one night. I keep thinking once a while, hey, if that teacher hadn't snitched, if he just kept it between us, but just sucked his dick real quick and kept the hush, maybe. But nope, here we are. I actually don't want to go to university. Maybe it's not my path. Maybe, you know how because I believe in the universe and astrology and all that. I'm starting to think, at least I've been thinking this for the past 2 years being out of school, that yeah, things have happened exactly how they were supposed to happen. So yeah, I wasn't supposed to be proceeding, I was supposed to be finishing my A levels, I wasn't supposed to be going to uni. Thank you guys for watching. This has been a roller coaster, suicide watch and all. Signing out. It's so close. Thing is, that part is so close to being Suicide Squad, but this is a serious suicide watch. And that whole process, yeah, it's been a tough, tearful journey, but here we are alive, selling ass and all, being cute. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you think. Just, I don't know, speak your minds out in the comments. I always enjoy reading the comments. Like, you guys relate to me on such a deeper level. Respect, sis, respect. Again, see you next week with a brand new video. I'm not sure what it gonna be, but see you next week with another video. And now you can get out my room, sis. You can leave my room. Just leave. I can't. Like what I said to my teacher, I just can't. Just go. Bye.